Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We're taking again your questions for mytaskir.com. We're fighting pornography. Please check out our descriptions and support the links, support this program. Barakallahu feekum. The question comes in. Is the statement of Salahuddin Ayyubi or attribute to him true? If you want to destroy any nation without war, make adultery and nudity common in the next generation or in the youth. As one of the reports says. Definitely this is something that is important. I don't know whether I've seen Dr. Bilal Phillips quoting this. So usually if Dr. Bilal Phillips quotes this, I would say it could be possible. But anyway, let's not go into who narrated this. Let's look at the statement itself. If I would say, let's look at the reality. Let's look around us. Look at society, a hyper-sexualized society. That is recent, after the sexual revolution. If you want to destroy any nation without war, make adultery and nudity common amongst the young generation. 100%. Look around. The time of our grandparents, previous generations, were there ills in society, problems? Yes. Is it like today? No. When we look at this hyper-sexualized society, look at the outcomes. Look at what the youth are doing. Everything is about sex, pornography, beauty, social media. Everyone is aesthetically inclined towards just aesthetics. Okay, it's important to be good, to look good, to be healthy. No doubt about it. No one says no. To be handsome, to be beautiful. But look at the portrayal of it, the sexualization of it. Everything is carnal. It's a hedonistic society. And look at the outcome. Compare the youth of today with the youth of 50 years ago, the youth of 100 years ago, the youth at the time of Salahuddin Ayyubi, rahimahullah, the youth at the time of the Prophet ﷺ. What kind of youth do we have today? Honestly, are we leading the world in development? Are we brave? Are we holding on to ethics and morals as per the Quran, Sunnah, the revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And we can't even keep our words. We break our words and our backs easily. How do we expect to do more than that? So the reality is that this statement is very, very true. And you can destroy a nation. And you see that where did this sexual revolution start from? Let's look at that. It started in the West. No doubt about it. People have praised them for it as a sign of liberty and expression. However, we find that later on, those same expressions of liberties come to be somehow opposed in other aspects of them. And we see in the last 2 years, it's been very apparent and clear. However, when it comes specifically to adultery, nudity, music, lavish lifestyles, and so on, we find that has spread from the West, and look at the countries that have been destroyed by it. Muslim countries, colonized. Colonization, what did it bring? Well, it didn't really bring anything. It took. What it did take was valuable. It took knowledge, science, even ethics from the Muslim countries. It took the smartest people and imported them into their own countries. Many of the doctors, you find them being Libyan, Jordanian, you name it, from the Muslim, Pakistani, of course, Indian, scientists, of course. How much has been imported? Valuable, gold, diamond, resources, petrol, you name it. What did we get in return? Let's just look at it. What did the Muslim countries get in return? So we gave science, knowledgeable people, religious people who have migrated to these countries. I mean, America, NASA, all these companies are built on the backs of Indians, Pakistanis, doctors, engineers, Muslims, a lot of them Muslims. Petrol, let's not mention, gold, diamonds, that's known. Africa, India has been, properly robbed of it. So what did we get in return, these Muslim countries? The railways that was used to extract the gold and diamonds and the oil and so on. The ports, What did we get in terms of ethics and morality? I mean, you find, for example, in the memoirs of some of the visitors to these lands, how impressed they were by the ethics and morality of these people, even though the West considers them as uneducated or uncivilized. But like Winston Churchill, for example, what he wrote about Sudan and about the different Muslim countries, to the point that they were thinking he's going to convert to Islam. And you can find these in the letters that he would write to his sister, I believe. The question is, again, what did we take as Muslim countries from them? Music, dressing down, bikini, pornography, homosexuality, lesbianism, all kinds, alcohol, drugs, disrespecting parents, so-called freedom. So let's be honest here, especially when it comes to adultery, like prostitution, especially when it comes to that. Nudity, it starts from that, from nudity. Nudity leads to desires, adultery, and then from there on you have a corrupt society. Look around, honestly, just look around. I'm not going to say more than that. This is the reality. So indeed, whoever said this statement, if it was Salahuddin Ayyubi, again, mashallah. If it was not, mashallah, the statement I believe stands, and the evidence for that is open your eyes and observe. Go and visit and see the reality on the ground. And yes, check out, I work with students, with young men and women. I've worked with them for a long time. I've tracked their progression towards immorality over the years. I've seen the change in the cultures. So indeed, this is a very, very true statement. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. And that's why Allah orders, and that's why the rules are so strict when it comes to this, to hijab, to lowering the gaze, to the relationships between men and women. So strict to protect our integrity, our morality, our honor. However, as the Prophet ﷺ said in some of the first revelation of Nubuwwah, as the hadith says, إِذَا لَمْ تَسْتَحِي فَاسْنَعْ مَا شِئْتَ. If you're not ashamed, then you will do whatever you want. May Allah protect us. Assalamu alaikum.